So, just pressure washing away on this side. It looks like I've blown a hole straight through and into the toilet tank. So I think I better get the pump out equipment going, get that emptied, smartish. Got the pump out machine going here and emptying the toilet tank. The holes here. It's obviously waste on the inside of the tank that's stopping it from coming out. It's blocked itself again with a big lump or something. So I'll get this emptied and hopefully not blow any more holes in the tank.
It's mesmerising watching what other people have eaten.
We can now see the hole right through. Not good. Good afternoon, people. And the fence, well, that's nearly finished. I saw in the comments that some of you guys would be interested to see some more projects like that we're doing, so we'll see what we can do for you guys. So you've just seen a time lapse of us getting Ethereal out of the water and me doing a bit of pressure washing and going through the side of the toilet tank. So we've lifted this boat a little bit higher because we've been tasked with doing 2-pack on this one, on the base plate as well. Now it has been shot blasted, it's had some pits welded up, that's what's come off of it so far. It's pretty bad. And as you saw, we've got a hole there into the what I'm presuming is the toilet tank. But the rest of the boat, with all the excitement, I went and had some lunch and a cup of tea. But I'm back now, so you can see underneath there, it is absolutely covered. It's just covered in mussels. I haven't had one this bad for quite a while. Oh, don't see that very often. Moorhen with a little baby. I think that's what you call a coot. I could be wrong. Hope I don't get demonetised for saying that word. Right, let's have a look at the front. See, yeah, this thing is disgusting. Well, Jane's gone to play horses. She said, you'll be finished in no time. You can spend the afternoon doing what you want. somehow don't think that's going to happen. So less moaning, let's get some more work done. Okay, so what we're going to do here is actually put a plate over the whole area that the toilet tank is welded to on the side of the boat. So I've been inside and got some measurements, and I've worked out that this is where the toilet tank is, just inside there actually. You can actually feel where it's been welded. If you rub your hand across there, obviously you can't, but you can feel where the weld is, where the sheet is welded in like that on the inside of the boat, and the same at this end. So it's that wide and it's that high. So I've got myself a plate cut out. It's going to be bigger than it. But what we need to do first is to cut out where we've got our hole and patch that in first. See if we can get something half decent bit of steel in there and sort that out. Also, there's a bit of a pit there that I think I'll address. And anything else in this area that looks pretty thin, see if we can do something with it. Yeah, like I say, the idea is then to put a plate over the top, whole area, seal it all up, and then if this area should rot through, it's then got this 6mm piece of plate to contend with. There is always the danger that it may rot out in the corners and then seep inside the boat, but what can we do other than chopping the whole thing out? And we haven't got the time. This boat is booked on a time slot and there's another one coming, So and I think the owner in the future will probably have the tank taken out completely, which means destroying the bathroom to do all this anyway, and then probably put a stainless tank or something like that in. And obviously it's welded along the bottom of the boat as well, and it's a big old thing to take out. It's not a 5-minute job, and we'll need quite a lot of planning. So here we are, let's cut ourselves a hole, see what we got, go from there. So we can see it's not the best, but it looks like the area that I've got left to work with isn't that bad. Yeah, disgusting. Right, let's get a piece of steel cut out, weld it back into that hole. Good morning, people, and it's the next day. The hole is cut out. We've got a plan worked out for this one, so I suppose we ought to do a bit of a show round of the rest of the boat now that it's all pressure washed off. Okay, starting on the starboard side, anodes in really good order, not a problem with those at all. A few sea creatures have come out from behind behind there, we'll get rid of those. And I've done a couple of test pieces on this side, so it's really green here, as you can see. And this is it done with a orbital sander to start off with, but then you've got these deep pits here that still have got the greenery in them. So this is where I've been over it with a whizzy wheel on the grinder, and you can see I've got all the greenery out. So that's going to be the process for this one. DA it and then go over everything that's got pits with the whizzy wheel and get the greenery out. It's going to take a bit of time, but as you can see the greenery is pretty bad, and all these little bits here where it's shiny steel, this boat has been shot blasted. This is where the pits have been welded up. So they've welded any deep pits up, and obviously they've then linished it off. So this is where the paint predominantly doesn't stick because it's not shot blasted. So well, we're just going to have to work our way around that one, I'm afraid. There is a little bit of rusty spots here and there, but nothing really bad, just a lot of greenery. Moving down the sides. This is going to take us some time to do today, this one is. A few little scratch marks there, but nothing to worry about. And the chine angle on this is fine down the side. Front anode, that's in good order. You see here there's no paint left there at all, it's come off. Good old dent there. battle scars. This boat is quite an old boat, so the rubbing strakes have just been tacked on the underside. You can see here. It's a shame that when it was shot blasted, if they had had the time to weld these up, but it is a big old job, and I know that the owner had quite a horrendous bill from the last docking that he did, so you know, you can't do it all. You can't do it all. Anode in good order, and again, chine angle is perfectly fine. And let's see what it looks like underneath here now we've cleaned it. Well, I've cleaned it. All the little sea creatures are gone. Just very green at the front here, needs cleaning off, and it's still got the little tails like that from the mussels and stuff. They've got to go. Okay, moving down the port side. Not quite as green on this side, more of a grey colour. And again, bits like this where it's had a pit welded up. Not got the brass outlets, but being a boat of an older generation, it probably had those originally put in. And then the infamous toilet tank. So we've got a square cut out, and it doesn't look very nice in there. Gonna weld a piece in there, and like I say, put a plate on it. Got a brass outlet or two, so we've had some modifications done, and that's an original outlet. I'll try and clean all this lot up, put some rust treatment around that. It's not looking too good, that one. Again, chine angle on this side, absolutely fine, no problem with that at all. Rear anode in good order. We have also got a gas locker at the back here that we've got to do something with, so we'll be opening that up, getting the bottles out, and cleaning that out as well. Propeller. Well, I did the seal on this boat last year. It's a Vita setup. Very small amount of play in there, but it's a cutlass bearing, so that's what you would expect. Propeller itself doesn't appear to have any nicks or chips out of it. It's in good order. And then the rudder cup. It doesn't look like there's any play on that. I need to get my hand on it the way around. This has got a weird setup where it's like a square, tapered square going into this boss, and these can have play on them. I'm not sure if this one's been welded or not. It's quite common practice just to put a bit of weld across the bottom of them so that it can't move. Let's just grab hold of this and see what we got. Yeah, there's no play in that at all. So yeah, we've got quite a lot of work to do on this one. Let's just hope we have nice weather all day and it's not going to rain. It's not forecast, so see how we get on. Okay, we're starting to get somewhere now. This side is completely prepped. As you've seen, we've gone over it again with a whizzy wheel, and that just gets into all of the pits and crevices and the welds to get the greenery off. It's, well, how do you put it? Some surveyors recommend that on older boats that are heavily pitted, that you have it shot blasted and 2-pack epoxy painted. Now, the pitfall, pardon the pun, of that is that the greenery gets into the pits. So usually when we sand a 2-pack boat, it's just like this all over, nice and flat, just like a car body work, and no drama. But when it's all rough and pitted like this, it means that the preparation time goes through the roof, which puts the cost up, and I just don't see the advantage for it. At the end of the day, if your boat's heavily pitted, get it overplated, because over the next few years, with all the prep that you're going to have to do with this 2-pack to get it done properly, it's going to cost you as much as having it overplated in the first place. So what do we find? These little dial-ins here, these 2 pit marks, these 2, there's one there, there's one there, this one here, that's deep. I'm not even going to stick a screwdriver in that, I'm just going to weld that one up. And also, when they were cutting the anodes off, this is on the other side, on the port side, they've sliced quite deeply in there. That there, that's pretty deep. So just going to run a little bit of weld down that as well. And obviously I've still got where the toilet tank is, I've got a plate to put on that. But we need to get Jane going on the other side so she can start getting some 2-pack mixed up and put on here. So let's get this little bit of welding done, and Jane can get started from the front and start working backwards. Good morning, people, and it's the next morning. We were pretty busy yesterday till late getting this one sorted. So as you saw from the time lapse, Jane has got the first coat of 2-pack on this side. And this side just needs going over now with the wire wheel on the grinder. There's just a few places where there's this greenery still in the pits that we want to get out. It's not so much on this side, it was the other side that was worse. And the repair has been done on the toilet tank, and I've prepped it all up. And what we're going to do, or Jane's going to do, is she's going to actually just paint the whole side of the boat, and then I will pull my masking tape off and weld the plate over the top, and it'll be painted on both sides with 2-pack. So that should help it. Cleaned up this outlet, that's looking a bit better than it did before. So yeah, weather's looking good for today. So go and get a whizzy wheel, let's get cracking. Back by popular demand is Jane's oil. This is a mineral based oil, which is what most narrowboat engines run on. We also do it in a straight 30 as well. So yeah, need some oil, come and see Jane. Speaking of Jane, let's go and see what she's up to. Hello, lovely. How you getting on?
Alright.
Would you like a hand?
I don't know whether I trust you with 2-pack.
What are you saying? My rollering skills, not up to the job.
Well, you can give me a hand if you want, baby.
Well, actually, I've
you're
got some anodes I need to weld on the other side.
Okay.
So I'll catch you later.
Alright, then. See you later.
See you later. always want to try and just tack these on as gently as you can, really, not get too much heat in there. That's why I'm not just doing a complete welding pass. Just tack, tack, tack in, because we don't want to get too much heat on the other side of the steelwork. Because this boat being quite old, I don't know what the insulation is, and for all we know it might be polystyrene, which is probably the worst to have to weld anywhere near. So take your time. Well, I say polystyrene is the worst. It is the worst for smouldering. Modern boats that have got spray foam, that's bad for your health, because it actually gives off cyanide, and then if you ingest cyanide, your body can't deal with it, and it just builds up as a toxic level inside you. So you can't really win. There's my little block. This is a new thing, my little block of wood. Just make sure that they're all the same height. Not that anyone's ever going to see them, but I know they're all the same height. Also, with 2-pack, if you get it too hot on the outside here, this paint will actually lift, and it'll all come away literally 2 inches away from where I've welded, because you've got the steel so hot the paint becomes detached from the steel. So again, trying to keep the heat down to a minimum. Right, let's get the other side on. Some people have just got no brains. Good morning, people, and it's the second week of working on Ethereal. We're supposed to be having some hot weather coming our way this week. So all the sides have had 2 coats of 2-pack put on, and the anodes are all attached, and the toilet tank has had a plate welded over it. So I'm going to start the week by getting this gas locker cleaned out, washed out, so we can put some 2-pack in there, and then also the weed hatch down there. That's all exposed now, the lid's off. That needs cleaning out. Quite a few sea creatures in there. And then the last piece of the puzzle for cleaning stuff out is the water tank. Bit unusual on this boat. The water tank is where the gas locker usually is on most boats. So need to get that emptied so it can dry out, so we can put some tank paint in there as well. There still is the base plate to paint on this boat as well. We'll get to that later on. Okay, so this is all dry now. So what I need to do now is actually try and climb in there and knock all the rust spots off. Ready for some tank paint. Oh, that's a hot sticky job. Right, so that's the rust treatment stuff in there. That'll take a couple of hours for that to go off. Going to be blooming warm today, so we'll see how we get on with it. Well, that's 24 hours past, and the rust treatment stuff, you can't really see too well, it's done its job. So now we have to use this tank paint, which is basically a bitumen. I've never been brave enough to just use normal bitumen on a water tank. I've always gone for one that is actually approved for doing water tanks. I don't know if there's an additive or something in it, but the idea of screwing up your water tank by putting the wrong stuff in there has never appealed to me. So let's get in there, get a coat on. Okay, so that's that all coated up. You can hardly see anything because it's just so dark in there. But yeah, not a lovely job to be doing. Glad it's done. Just let that dry now before we put any more water back in it again. Good morning, people, and today is going to be a scorcher, so we are in early to get some 2-pack on the base plate of this one. Now, I cleaned all this off yesterday, but I did have a bit of a camera malfunction. It was a horrible job, but as you can see, there's no barnacles, there's nothing on there now. It's been 2-pack before, 4 years ago, and to be fair, there was no real scrapes or scratches on it, no big patches of rust or anything like that, so it was in pretty good condition to be done again. And like I say, with it being 30 degrees or plus today, we need to get this done quickly before the humidity goes through the roof. So I've enlisted the help of Jane's daughter, Ashley, so it's going to be Ash and me putting the paint on, and Jane keeping us supplied with 2-pack paint. Other things to do is the gas locker. So it's all cleaned out now, and we've put some rust treatment around the sidewalls. They were completely rusted out, so there is absolutely no point in trying to put 2-pack paint inside there because it will not stick. So I mean, we're not in a position to shot blast it. So this is just going to get done with bitumen. Hello, Paint Ninja. I don't know if to call you Paint Ninja or Phone Jacker. I'm not sure yet.
Boat jacker.
Boat Jacker.
Watch out, watch out. Boat jacker's about.
Hello. Ambushy there while you're putting your salad cream on. So lovely. Where are you today then?
Rebecca's Kitchen, Malcolm Farm.
And what you got there? I know.
And some tart.
It's tart, isn't it? Again.
Tart.
Tart. Yeah, tart. Last time we came here. Well, cake this week is going to be Victoria sponge cake, and they also do really nice milkshakes here. And yeah,
Ninja with us.
we've got the boat ninja or boat jacker. He's here as well. So I'm going to tuck into my cake, and Jane's going to tuck into her tart. Enjoy.
Oops, crane will always store with your check valves closed. Anyway, with that sorted, on to the last job. That's to lift the boat up, to move the blocks, to gain access to clean up those little pad areas and get some paint on there, along with a second coat on the whole of the bottom of the boat. So that's the end of our 2-week mammoth job. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next week.